Greetings, Fremont family. My name's Pete Montgomery. I'm one of the elders at church, and really excited to be with you here as we start off our series, both in devotionals and in sermons on the Beatitudes. So I'm here today just to do a brief devotional on Matthew chapter 5, verse 3. It's the first of the Beatitudes. So Matthew 5:3 reads, "Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven." Again, as we look to memorize this verse, Matthew 5:3, "Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven." Timing for me on doing this devotional is really interesting. I get a lot out of worship music, both when I'm in my car, when I'm just kind of being quiet, or when I'm exercising. Particularly, I run most mornings on the American River Trail, and really have had some of the times when I experience God's presence the most. Those early mornings, listening to the lyrics on some worship music. And one of the ones that I've really been meditating on as I've been running, and I play it over and over, and I listen to kind of the chorus, is a song called "This Is the Kingdom" by Elevation Worship. And actually the first line of that song is, "Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven." And throughout the entire song, there's intermixed a number of the different Beatitudes. And I haven't really actually gone back and really listened and thought about those parts to the song, because really the song repeats some lyrics over and over, which at this current kind of season in my life, I really meditate on, and it moves me. And those lines are, "Seek first the kingdom and all will be added," over and over. "Seek first the kingdom and all will be added," as I try and put that forth in my life. Anyway, I thought that was really interesting that, in our kind of random selection of when we do devotionals, that came up at a time when I'm really, that song is speaking to me and helping me focus on seeking first the kingdom. But actually then doing the devotional now makes me go back, look at the song, look at the Beatitudes, and really trying to understand, what do those mean? I've heard, "Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven" a bunch, and never really kind of thought about what does that mean. It seems like an oxymoron with a relationship with Jesus, is "Blessed are the poor in spirit." Well, I'm strong in spirit, right? I have this great relationship, or I'm seeking this great relationship with God. So, my spirit is full. What does it mean for Jesus to say at the beginning, of the Beatitudes in the introduction to the Sermon on the Mount, that "Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven"? And as I read about it and looked at it, it actually made a lot of sense. Jesus isn't saying is poor as in poverty, but what it really means is more like humility. Blessed are the poor in spirit, because they don't think they have all the answers. So to be poor in spirit is kind of the opposite of being self-confident or self-reliant, especially in a spiritual sense. The poor in spirit, they recognize they're incapable of providing for themselves by their own strength, goodness, and righteousness. They know themselves, or we know ourselves, to be spiritually bankrupt of true goodness. We can't bargain our way or lobby our way into the kingdom of heaven. He's basically saying that even though that's the case, the kingdom of heaven is theirs already. In other words, admission to the one that doesn't deserve a place in God's kingdom is a requirement. So you have to admit that you don't deserve it in order to get it. This is kind of the opposite of just assuming that you've earned citizenship by your own merit. That truly means to be blessed. I can't wait to go through these Beatitudes and really get to explore them as a church family, really understand God's teaching, and really apply it to our lives. Fremont family, I hope you get the chance to spend some time in meditation, whether it's through music or reading the Word or just in silence and listening for the voice of God, because truly we are all blessed. Thanks. Have a great day, great week. Amen.